Hello, I'm Kristyn, and I'm a supervisor at Ideal Market, and if you're looking for my personal essay for the team member volunteer program for Whole Planet Foundation, then you're in the right spot. I've been wanting to go on one of these trips since I started working for Whole Foods about 4 years ago now, and I think it just fits in with what I believe in and what I've grown up around. I've been a Girl Scout, or I was a Girl Scout, I guess, for like all of grade school, and it really taught me to be excited about and value volunteering and helping people out. And through high school, we got opportunities to travel through the United States in different trips and help people out in different ways. And I think that really hit a note for me, and it's something I absolutely love to be able to do. But I think what makes this opportunity special, what I think inspires me a ton about this particular opportunity, is we're not just going and helping people out with a project. This really goes beyond us and this trip or trips to come. It's something that keeps going after we leave. It's like leaving the world better than we found it at a whole nother level, and I think that's awesome. And I also really want to be able to contribute to future Whole Planet Foundation campaigns at another level, and I think it would be really cool to be able to share personal experiences. I think I am a great candidate to participate in the team member volunteer program because I'm outgoing and I'm adventurous and I'm enthusiastic, especially when it comes to this program. It's something I'm super passionate about, the impact that it makes and the potential impact that it can make the more we keep going with it. I remember particularly my first campaign 4 years ago. My supervisor, my leadership had us all go upstairs on the team member computer and pick out a video of one of the recipients, and they explained what they used their loan for and the impact that it made. And I still remember the one that I picked today. I use it all the time. Is this lady that had a fruit stand that she used the loan to put like a shelter over it that she could lock it up at night. And it's so simple. And before that, she was spending hours of her time transporting all of the fruit for her fruit stand before, like, to the fruit stand, and then at night again back to her home. And just the small loan that it took to build this shelter around her existing fruit stand business saved her hours of productivity every single day that she could put right back into her business and her family. And I still remember the look on her face, and you could really tell how big of a difference this small thing, something that we take for granted all the time, that we would just assume was necessary and critical to having and running a fruit stand, how much she loved it and how grateful she was and how big of a difference it made. And that's something that to this day, for the past 4 Whole Planet Foundation campaigns, it's something that I keep very close, and I try to remember that every time I'm having a rough day asking for donations. It's definitely something that's kept me inspired and going full throttle. And I would absolutely love to be able to meet some of these amazing people and come back with even more stories of like these to inspire customers and team members even to get through those hard days, because it's not always the best, not always easy, I should say. And I cashier a lot as a supervisor at Ideal, and I already absolutely love to share products and experiences with all the people around me, from customers to team members, all of them. And I really feel like this would just fit right in. And I can already see there are so many opportunities to share it with customers, between pointing out whole trade products or products that we sell at different times of the year that benefit Whole Planet Foundation. And I, as a supervisor this year, got to see a lot of different aspects of planning for and running a Whole Planet Foundation campaign, and I would absolutely love to be able to participate at a whole new level. That was definitely something that we thought in the early planning stages that would be really nice and useful to have somebody that has been on one of these trips that could speak to it personally on a personal level. I know customers, especially regulars, really listen and I would absolutely love to be one of those people talking about it at events or sharing photos and stories, and I would absolutely love it. I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. So, how I've contributed to the whole Planet Foundation so far. Um, the first 3 years of participating in the campaign, I guess, I was a part-time cashier and key holder while I was going to school and summer school and all of that. And my favorite thing during this campaign, I guess, was to challenge the full-time team members. I always wanted to try to beat as many of them as I could since I was only a part-time team member. And so I love to stir competition, and I definitely, as I got more comfortable with it, I was able to help other team members on their approach to asking or worries that they had. Um, and I had pretty good results. I think every single time I was in the top 3 for our whole team, and I absolutely loved making a game out of it. They would always give us like a goal as cashiers, and I loved to try to double or triple whatever goal they gave me, and I did that every single time also. This year has been kind of different, which is actually really cool. I have been able to approach it as a supervisor, the point supervisor for Ideal Market, and I got to go to the regional meeting where we started planning all of it and working with our team leader and our marketing lady and our graphic artist, and really got to be a part of and see all of the different aspects that come together way before we even start the program. And I became in charge of a bunch of little things to ensure the success of all of our events and fundraising things. So one of my biggest things was I got to go around and ask different companies that I know that our customers love to try to find big prizes that people would want as a sort of silent auction raffle style. So basically what we did was have 2 to 3 big prizes every week for the whole month of March, and people could buy raffle tickets and put them in for these different prizes. And it was really fun. Some of the prizes that we got, one of the biggest ones that stirred a lot of excitement actually, were 2 Suja cleanses and 2 pairs of Newton running shoes, which is headquartered in Boulder, so they would get to go straight there with their voucher and go pick out the ones that work best for them. We also got a whole month of free core power yoga and a Gaiam really nice yoga mat. And Gaiam also donated like a balance ball chair, and we got a whole goodie pack from Scratch Labs with all sorts of like hydration powders, as well as a couple really awesome cookbooks that I'm a huge fan of. And I know we have a lot of fun, active athletes that come through our store, so that's where that came from, as well as a local family fun park and a bookstore and lots more. But that was something that I really put a lot of effort into and was really fun and seemed to work really well. I also got to work on and plan for like incentives and prizes for the cashiers, which I know is a huge, huge way to keep things going and reach our goal in the end. Because that's how we get most of our money, I think, is just from asking and from people donating at the registers. Yeah, that is a gist of how I have contributed so far. Oh, and since the day I started and filled out all of the paperwork, I have been donating on my paycheck, and I definitely encourage other team members, especially this time of year, to do the same thing. So first of all, I have always absolutely loved photography. It started, at least in high school, was when I got really into it, but I was a member of the photography club in college for a while, and it's something I really love playing around with. So I really think that that is a big strength. That's a big way that I can capture a lot of my experiences and life there on the trip, and a really good visual tool to remind me all of the things that happen and a great way to share with especially all my friends and family, and even during campaigns, a way to share all my experiences and how big of a difference everything makes with the customers also, whether it be through a slideshow presentation that I put together. I really don't mind speaking in front of people and would love to put together something like that to incorporate in fundraising events. We've been doing brewery tour events, and I know there's kind of a whole campaign around including breweries and beer into fundraising events. And in the past, we've definitely found videos online and showed that before we start the whole event and start doing our raffles. And I would absolutely love to be the person to go up and share stories and show pictures and things like that from my personal experience, and be able to talk about Whole Planet Foundation myself. One other thing that I've really been considering a lot lately, not even just for this, is I've really wanted to try starting a blog. And I think that would be a perfect culmination of my photography and being able to use that to actually tell a story instead of just showing pictures, because anybody can have pictures from a vacation. But I think it would be a really great way to culminate both of them and really tell the story of the difference that it makes, and even the possibilities of this continuing and how big of a difference it can make. And I would absolutely love the opportunity to be able to share everything with everybody I come in contact with. Please pick me.